Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm doing a review of the Emerson bump helmet. This is one of their newer models because I know on the older models the MVG mount wasn't molded on. It was just an additional piece. So yeah, today I'm going to cover the overall value, and then I'll go over the comfort, accessories, quality, look, and then just protection of it. So overall, you can get this for just under $40 US. And if you look at comparable bump helmets, it's definitely a good price. I got this for like $39 on Amazon. I know you can find it on other websites like airsoft websites and stuff like that. I would definitely go with the newer model so you don't have to worry about that MVG mount possibly getting loose at any point, because this is all molded in, so you don't have to worry about that. So already, price for the quality, I'd give it like a 5 out of 5 for the value. It's just one of the best helmets you can get out there for the price. As far as the comfort, if you see inside, there's not much padding. It's just some thin pads. They're not very dense either. It's pretty soft foam. They are held on with just like a little bit of Velcro. So that's a little bit of an issue. If you want to get aftermarket like bicycle helmet pads, you could do that. If you get anything really thick, it's definitely not going to fit the same. I tried putting some actual ballistic helmet pads in, and it definitely was not sitting the same on my head. So as far as accessories, first I'll go over what it includes. So obviously you can see it has these arc rails on the side. It's got the Velcro on the back, Velcro on the sides. It's got the bungee cords for basically tying down anything you want to put on here. And then it's got the molded on MVG mount. So you can, of course, mount your night vision. This just happens to be an NVG GoPro mount. So you can see that fits in perfectly. There's not any wobble or anything, so the molding is very good on that. So that should fit your rider mounts or what have you, whatever you want to put on there. And I got this rail on Amazon for like $10. You can get like both sides for like $14, I believe. But yeah, it just slides right in and it clicks, and you know that's sturdy. So if you want, you can attach a camera on that rail system if you choose to get that. Or you could also put a light, which I'm planning on doing. And that still keeps it pretty low profile. Now as far as the actual color, I got this in gray, but it was a slightly, if you can see right there, that's the actual color of the helmet. So it's more of like a greenish, glossy gray. So I just took some gray primer and just spray painted over it just to give it that matte look, to make it a little bit more, I guess I would say realistic, but it is just a bump helmet. Just to make it look a little more tactical and give it that shade of gray that I actually want. But the color itself isn't bad. But if you want, you could just get some spray paint or primer and fix it up real quick. Super inexpensive. So the quality, pretty much everything on here is plastic, including these screws, if you want to call them that. They're kind of more like clips. But I mean, everything seems pretty solid. There's not any flex in any of the plastic. There's no wobble in the arc rails. The bungee cords are pretty good quality. The hooks seem to be pretty decent metal. The padding is what it is. It's not that great, so there could be an improvement there. And then pretty much the foam on the helmet is just what you find in a standard bicycle helmet. So it's pretty hard. You know, there's not a whole lot of flex. It's not just like styrofoam or like really cheap styrofoam. So it will give you some level of protection. However, I mean, these are basically bicycle helmets, so I wouldn't try and use this for anything crazy. You could probably use it for skating, rappelling, biking. Obviously, it's not an actual ballistic helmet, so please don't buy this thinking it's going to stop a bullet, because it definitely will not. It's literally just a bicycle helmet. That's what bump helmets are made to be, basically. It just gives you protection. If you fall over, sun lands on your head, you know, you'll be good. So the chin straps are pretty good quality. It's not like a particularly tight weave, but it does feel like a pretty decent nylon. The clips, the plastic isn't super cheap. There's not a whole lot of flex to it. Again, with the clips over here, same plastic. And of course, the clip has just enough flex to allow it to go in and out without being overly rigid and snapping. So you want it to be a little flexible, so whenever it's on your head and you do something and it's moving around, it's not just breaking off these arms really quickly. So I don't have any issue with these clips. I wouldn't worry about that. They do hold together very well as well. Just something to consider if you are going to be having, if you're going to mount like night vision, just consider that this is more of an under the chin strap, not like an actual military chin strap, where you'd also get another band that goes in the front of your chin that helps support the weight, any weight that you put on the front of the helmet. Wearing a GoPro, it doesn't sag forward or anything, but if you have anything heavier, maybe like PVS 14s or PVS 15s, you might get a little bit of sag, considering the chin strap doesn't fully support your chin. And of course, you don't really have any nape pad back here. You don't really need that. Those are things you see on traditional military helmets, and that's pretty much to make sure that it can hold all that weight. And you have Velcro on the sides basically for your flags or any cell tags, if you have like a call sign patch or anything. And then the back for the same thing, or if you want to put like a counterweight for your night vision device or what have you. Alright guys, so this is what the helmet actually looks like on my head. I would just note that I have a pretty ordinary sized head, so I think the helmet fits pretty well. I'm sure there's different sizes out there, but I mean the medium fits me pretty well. And you can see if I have weight, I mean this is me trying to move the helmet around. The chin strap does a pretty good job, and the inside is actually shaped well enough. Yeah, it's not too snug, and you can see even without the chin strap, like it's not moving around too much, even if I'm hitting it. So you don't have to worry about that. It's actually shaped pretty nicely. And it works fine with glasses, it works fine with gas masks if you choose to use it with that. I've tried it with that as well. Yeah, but if you want to change out the chin strap so you actually have that military style chin strap, if you have extra weight up front, you could do that, but I think the chin strap it comes with works pretty fine. So the helmet it looks legit. I mean, it doesn't look like a goofy, like some airsoft helmets look kind of goofy, they just fit weird. But yeah, I think this helmet sits pretty well, feels pretty well. It's not going to move around too much for you. But yeah guys, overall this is a very solid helmet. It's a very good looking helmet, and you get very good value for the price you pay for it compared to its contenders. You know, I would get this any day of the week before I go crazy and get like an actual ops core bump or anything like that. Yeah, so if you're looking for just like a normal bump helmet for, you know, airsoft or rappelling or bike riding or whatever you use, this is definitely a great choice. Emerson did a pretty solid helmet here. I really like that molded NVG mount, and everything fits very tightly. It looks good, it sits well on your head, and yeah, the construction's pretty good. It's definitely better than I expected for a less than $40 helmet. If you guys liked the video, consider subscribing, like the video, and comment on what you want to see next on any potential future videos on my channel, and I'll try and deliver. But yeah guys, that's about it for this video. I'll see you later.